Most people think weak bones come from age, but for millions over 60, the real culprit might be sitting in your cup right now. You see, a few popular drinks, the ones we reach for every single day, can quietly drain calcium from your bones, making them brittle long before you feel any pain. And older adults are especially at risk because digestion slows, hydration drops, and the body absorbs less vitamin D and calcium with every passing decade. Harvard researchers have warned that certain beverages can disrupt mineral balance and accelerate bone loss in seniors. But here's the good news: once you know which drinks to avoid, your bones can stay stronger. Longer? Comment yes if you want more videos like this. 4. Soda and carbonated drinks. For years, many of us believed a cold soda was just a simple pleasure, a little fizz to lift the mood or help wash down lunch. But after 60, that same habit can quietly steal away one of your body's most precious assets: bone strength. The reason lies not in the bubbles themselves, but in what's hiding behind them. Most sodas, even the so-called diet or zero sugar kinds, contain something called phosphoric acid. It's what gives soda that sharp, tangy taste. The problem is, this acid can interfere with how your body uses calcium. According to research reviewed by the Harvard School of Public Health, when phosphoric acid builds up, your body pulls calcium out of your bones to neutralize it, and over time, that process can lead to thinner, more fragile bones. The danger is even higher for adults over 60 because our bodies don't process or absorb minerals as efficiently as they once did. That means every bit of calcium matters, but it doesn't stop there. Many sodas, especially colas, also contain caffeine, which acts as a mild diuretic. It makes you lose fluids faster, and with that, you lose electrolytes and minerals your bones depend on. It's a double hit. The acid draws calcium out, and the caffeine makes you excrete even more of it. You might not notice the effects right away, because bone loss is silent. There's no pain until something breaks, but every can adds up. And after 60, dehydration becomes more common simply because the body's thirst signals weaken. You can be slightly dehydrated and not even feel it yet. That small drop in hydration slows nutrient delivery to your bones, especially calcium and vitamin D. Over time, this silent cycle, more soda, less hydration, weaker bones, keeps repeating itself. Take Margaret, for example, a 67-year-old grandmother from Oregon. She'd been drinking one cola every afternoon for decades. She walked daily, ate sensibly, and even took her calcium supplements. But at her yearly checkup, her bone scan showed a noticeable decline. Her doctor didn't change her medication or diet. He simply asked her to swap her daily soda for sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon. Within a year, her hydration levels improved. She felt less fatigued, and her next bone scan showed stability instead of decline. Small change, big difference. So what's the smarter choice? Go for carbonated water or seltzer without phosphoric acid, caffeine, or artificial sweeteners. Read the label carefully. If it lists only carbonated water and maybe natural flavors, you're in the clear. You can even dress it up. Add cucumber, mint, or a few berries. You'll still get the refreshing fizz, but this time, your bones will thank you for it. Many people turn to diet sodas, hoping they're a safer option. But the story isn't that simple. Emerging research suggests that artificial sweeteners may alter gut bacteria, which affects how your body absorbs key nutrients, including calcium and magnesium, two minerals essential for bone maintenance. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. If you've enjoyed soda for years, don't feel discouraged. Your body is incredibly resilient. Start by replacing just one soda a day with water or herbal tea. Gradually, your taste buds reset, your hydration improves, and your bones get a quiet boost in support. Here's the bottom line. Soda isn't just about sugar or calories, it's a silent saboteur of bone health. The phosphoric acid weakens, the caffeine dehydrates, and together they slowly erode your foundation from within. But when you trade that habit for cleaner hydration water, sparkling or still, you're not just quenching your thirst. You're protecting your balance, your mobility, and your independence for the years ahead. Because in the end, it's not about giving up what you enjoy, it's about giving your body what it truly needs to stay strong, upright, and unstoppable. 3. Alcohol. especially after menopause. For many adults, a glass of wine at dinner or a quiet drink in the evening feels harmless, even healthy. Some studies talk about red wine for the heart, and that message has stuck. But when it comes to bone strength after 60, alcohol tells a very different story. Here's why. Alcohol interferes directly with the way your body builds and maintains bone inside your bones. There's a constant process. Old bone cells break down while new ones form. Too much alcohol slows down those rebuilding cells, called osteoblasts. Over time, that slows bone renewal and reduces density. According to research cited by the Mayo Clinic, chronic or even moderate daily drinking can increase the risk of osteoporosis, especially in postmenopausal women whose estrogen levels, the hormone that helps protect bones, have already declined. When estrogen levels drop, bones naturally become more porous and fragile. Alcohol adds fuel to that process by lowering the body's ability to absorb calcium and vitamin D, the two nutrients your bones depend on most. It also raises cortisol, a stress hormone that further speeds up bone loss. And here's something many don't realize. Even small daily amounts, like 1 or 2 glasses of wine, can start to have this effect over time. Let's bring this closer to home. Susan, a 64-year-old retired teacher, enjoyed 2 glasses of wine most nights, a ritual she considered relaxing. Her lifestyle was active, her diet balanced. But after menopause, her bone scan showed early signs of thinning. Her doctor didn't lecture her. He simply explained how alcohol affects calcium absorption. Susan decided to reduce her wine to weekends only and swapped her weekday drink for chilled herbal tea or kombucha. A year later, her follow-up scan showed improvement in bone density. It wasn't about deprivation. It was about understanding what her body needed at this stage of life. Now, not all alcohol affects the body equally. Beer contains silicon, which can support bone health in small amounts, but its benefits disappear quickly when consumption rises beyond 1 serving a day. Hard liquor, on the other hand, has no redeeming minerals and tends to cause faster calcium loss. The truth is, moderation really means moderation, not daily, but occasionally. So what does safe look like after 60? The National Institute on Aging suggests that older adults limit alcohol to no more than 1 drink per day, and even less if they take medication. Because here's another hidden risk: alcohol doesn't just weaken bones. It also increases the chance of falls by affecting balance and coordination. And a fall after 60 isn't just painful, it can change your entire quality of life. If you've enjoyed alcohol for years, there's still plenty of room for balance. Try replacing every second drink with sparkling water and lime, or enjoy alcohol-free wines that still bring that social ritual without the side effects. You might notice clearer sleep, better hydration, and more stable energy within just a few weeks. Here's the bottom line. Alcohol might feel like a small comfort, but for aging bones especially, after menopause, it's a quiet disruptor. It slows repair, blocks calcium, and increases fall risk. Yet the solution doesn't mean giving it up entirely. It means drinking with awareness, respecting your body's slower metabolism, and remembering that strong bones don't come from what's in your glass. They come from every mindful choice you make beyond it. 2. Caffeine overload. Coffee and energy drinks. For millions of older adults, the day doesn't begin until that first sip of coffee. It's warm, familiar, comforting, and often the one ritual people refuse to give up. But what many don't realize is that too much caffeine, especially after 60, can quietly chip away at bone strength just as surely as a bad diet can. Caffeine itself isn't the villain. The problem is how the aging body processes it. As we grow older, our metabolism slows and the liver breaks down caffeine more slowly. That means it stays in your system longer, overstimulating the kidneys and causing them to excrete more calcium through urine. According to a Harvard Health review, just 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day can increase calcium loss by as much as 5% in adults with low dietary intake. For younger people, the body can compensate. For those over 60, the margin of safety is much smaller, and caffeine hides in more places than most realize, not only in coffee, but also in tea, chocolate, colas, and especially energy drinks, which can contain 2 or 3 times the caffeine of a normal cup of coffee. For aging bones, that's like running an invisible drain that never stops. Every extra dose pulls a little more calcium out. Then comes the second hit: sleep disruption. Caffeine blocks adenosine, a chemical that helps the brain wind down. And sleep is when bones do their repair work. When sleep is cut short or fragmented, the body produces more cortisol, the same stress hormone that speeds up bone breakdown. It's a double loss: less calcium and less time for your bones to rebuild. Consider Paul, age 70, a retired engineer who loved his strong morning brew. Over time, 1 cup became 3 plus a little afternoon pick-me-up. He started noticing muscle stiffness and slower recovery after walks. His doctor suggested checking his calcium levels and bone density, which both came back on the lower end of normal. Instead of medication, Paul tried an experiment. He cut his caffeine intake by half and replaced his afternoon coffee with green tea, which has gentler caffeine and contains antioxidants like catechins that may actually support bone health. 6 months later, he noticed better sleep, fewer cramps, and renewed energy. His next scan showed improvement, proof that even subtle shifts make a difference. So how much caffeine is safe? Most experts, including the Mayo Clinic, suggest adults over 60 keep daily intake under 300 milligrams, roughly 2 small cups of coffee. But this depends on hydration, medications, and overall diet. The key is awareness. Many energy drinks or extra strong coffees can exceed that limit in a single serving, and their high sugar content adds even more stress to the bones by spiking insulin and inflammation. If cutting back feels difficult, do it gradually. Start by blending half regular coffee with half decaf. Replace 1 daily cup with herbal tea or warm lemon water. And never drink caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime. That single habit alone can dramatically improve sleep quality and hormone balance, which both feed directly into stronger bones. Here's the bottom line. Caffeine gives energy in the short term but quietly drains calcium and sleep over time. After 60, your body can't afford that trade. The real goal isn't to give up coffee altogether, it's to enjoy it wisely, to know when enough is enough, and to give your bones the rest and minerals they need to keep carrying you strong through the years ahead. 1. Sugary flavored drinks. Even fruit juices. Many people who give up soda switch to fruit juice thinking it's the healthier choice. It's natural. It has vitamins. They say, but for bones after 60, that's a dangerous misunderstanding. The truth is, most fruit juices and flavored drinks deliver more sugar than nutrients, and that excess sugar quietly damages the foundation of your skeletal strength. Here's how it happens. When you drink a sweet beverage, your blood sugar spikes quickly. The body releases insulin to control it. Over time, frequent spikes can trigger chronic inflammation, which increases the activity of osteoclasts, the cells that break down bone. At the same time, high sugar levels reduce osteoblast activity, the cells that build bone. It's a 1-2 punch that tilts the balance toward bone loss. But there's another hidden effect. Sugary drinks, even fruit juices, create acidity in the body. To neutralize that acid, your system draws alkaline minerals like calcium and magnesium from the bones. The Cleveland Clinic explains that diets high in added sugar and acid-producing foods can gradually weaken bones by pulling out the very minerals meant to protect them. Now, imagine what happens when this continues for years. You drink a glass of orange juice at breakfast, a sweet tea in the afternoon, maybe a vitamin water in the evening. Each one seems innocent, but together they keep your insulin high and your calcium low. It's a slow drain you never feel until a bone scan or a fall reveals the damage. Take Harold, age 72. He prided himself on avoiding soda, but he drank 100% fruit juice several times a day. When his doctor found early signs of bone thinning, Harold was surprised. He thought juice was healthy. After reviewing labels, he realized each glass contained the sugar of 3 oranges but none of the fiber. He switched to diluted juice, half water, half juice, and began adding whole fruits instead. Within months, his energy stabilized, his cravings dropped, and his next blood test showed better glucose and mineral levels. So what can you do if you love sweetness? Choose whole fruits over juices. The fiber slows sugar absorption, keeping your insulin steady and your bones safe. If you want something to sip, try infused water, plain water with slices of orange, berries, or mint. You get natural flavor, hydration, and antioxidants without the sugar overload. Another hidden culprit is so-called energy or vitamin drinks. Many are loaded with sugar plus caffeine, a double hit for bone loss. They dehydrate, spike insulin, and trigger calcium loss all at once. Always read the label. If sugar or syrup is one of the first ingredients, it's not bone-friendly. There's good news, though. Once you cut back on sugary drinks, your body responds quickly. Within days, insulin levels stabilize. Within weeks, calcium balance begins to improve. Over time, your bones regain their resilience, and your energy feels steadier throughout the day. Here's the bottom line. Sugar may taste harmless, but it's one of the quietest enemies of bone health after 60. It triggers inflammation, blocks calcium absorption, and erodes your foundation one glass at a time. Even fruit juice, when overused, can do more harm than good. The best way forward isn't to cut sweetness out of life, it's to enjoy it wisely. From nature, in balance with hydration and movement. Your bones don't need perfection, they need consistency. And every sip you replace with water or whole fruit brings you one step closer to lasting strength. Now that we've uncovered what to avoid, let's end on something far more encouraging. What to drink more of to keep your bones strong, hydrated, and resilient. Because protecting bone health isn't about restriction, it's about smarter nourishment. The most powerful and affordable drink for bone health is still plain water. Water helps transport minerals, cushion joints, and keep every cell in balance. But not all water is equal. If you live in an area with soft or purified water, it may lack magnesium and calcium, two minerals your bones rely on. Try adding a pinch of mineral-rich sea salt or drinking mineral water a few times a week. Even small boosts in mineral intake support stronger bones over time. Next, consider fortified milk alternatives. Many older adults don't tolerate dairy as well as they once did. Unsweetened almond, oat, or soy milk fortified with calcium and vitamin D can fill that gap without the extra fat or lactose. Just read the label and make sure it provides at least 20–30% of your daily calcium needs per serving. Rotate between types, your bones benefit from variety. If you enjoy something warm, green tea is an excellent choice. It contains natural antioxidants called catechins, which research from the National Institutes of Health suggests may help reduce bone breakdown and inflammation. Plus, green tea delivers gentle caffeine without the calcium loss caused by stronger brews. 2 cups a day can hydrate you, support metabolism, and still protect your sleep. Another overlooked helper is bone broth. Slow-simmered broth made from chicken, beef, or vegetables contains collagen and trace minerals. It's soothing, hydrating, and ideal for those who need warmth and nourishment, without heavy calories. Just keep it low in sodium to support heart and bone health together. And finally, make hydration enjoyable. Use an attractive water bottle. Add slices of citrus or cucumber, and keep it nearby throughout the day. The goal isn't to force yourself to drink, but to make every sip a small act of self-care, something that feels good, not like a chore. Here's the bottom line. After 60, what you drink becomes just as important as what you eat. By choosing water, mineral-rich options, and gentle teas, you're not just keeping your bones stronger, you're giving your entire body the support it needs to age with energy, balance, and confidence. So now you know the drinks we casually sip each day can quietly decide how strong or fragile our bones will be in the years ahead. Soda, alcohol, caffeine, and sugary beverages each chip away at calcium in their own subtle ways. But the moment you become aware, the balance begins to shift back in your favor. Strong bones aren't built overnight, they're preserved, one mindful choice at a time. Each time you reach for water instead of soda, tea instead of wine, or a mineral drink instead of something sweet, you're not just protecting your skeleton, you're protecting your freedom to move, bend, and live fully. Because real vitality after 60 isn't about youth, it's about energy, balance, and independence. And those all begin with what you choose to put in your glass. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who could use the reminder, and subscribe for more science-backed senior wellness insights. And tell us in the comments which of these 4 drinks surprised you the most. Stay strong, stay hydrated, and take care of your amazing bones. This video is for general educational purposes only. It does not provide medical advice or replace consultation with your healthcare provider.